The next thing I'd like to cover in the next few lessons about cartooning are how to draw the upper body and how to draw hands. I'd like to show you how to draw 3 different upper bodies: the polo shirt, a suit coat, and a tank top. And then I'd like to show you how to draw the hand, a fist, an open hand, and just a few different poses of the hand. And that should take care of this series of lessons. The first upper body I'd like to show you is how to draw a polo shirt. We're going to start out with a head. I'm just going to give you a head shape. It's going to kind of be this oval that comes up around like this and comes down to here. But we're not going to fill this in because we already just covered that and how to put the face shape together. But now next is going to be this neck. I want this guy to be kind of a bodybuilder, kind of wide guy. So there's going to be a wide neck coming out here, just coming right below his ears, just where his chin would be. And the shirt comes, or neck comes down to here. Next is going to be the shirt. It's a stretched out wave that kind of comes down like this, down to here. So it's going to be the beginning of the collar, comes down like this, and then stops right about here. Then, this is what I call a check mark. You can come around the back, and then it comes to the front like this. But when you get down to here, you stop, bounce up, and get close to touching right there. Now let's go to the other side. You kind of come across to here where that first line was. You draw that kind of wave, curve thing going on here like this and come down to here and connect in there. Next, it's going to be that check mark again. This comes down to here, stretches out, and then when you get down to here, you stop, bounce up, and tuck it underneath the first collar. Then, what's going to happen is I'd like to put maybe a couple buttons in here. It's just little ovals like this. And we extend that down there like this, so you got these buttons in here. And this guy's shoulders come off right here. So we're going to draw this line over here, bending down to show the top of his shoulder. So it comes and then bends down like this. Same thing on this side, you come over to the side and kind of bend down. Now where the arm meets the shoulder in here, this is what I call a chicken's foot. What you're going to do is you're going to draw a line up and put like 3 lines off. It kind of looks like a chicken's foot, but it looks like the fold where the arm would meet right there in the shoulder. Same thing on this side, come up, put 3 lines in here. The next upper body I'd like to show you is a suit coat. Again, let's start with a head shape. Kind of comes up here like this, and you know how to fill in the head. So we're just going to leave that head shape empty. Now this guy's going to have a pretty thin neck. So we're going to start down to here, come down, this and this. And then we're going to put a collared shirt on this guy. And the way you start is you kind of come back here, sweep around behind the neck. It's like a V with a curved top to it. So then he comes back up and goes into here. Then the next thing is that curved check mark where you draw on the back. You kind of have this line that comes down and show the collar edge there and curve into here. Then on the other side, the same thing. From behind, come down, draw your point, come up. And that way you've got your collar coming together. Now, for the top of the tie, what you do is you draw like a little W, but curve the middle, and then come back up. And off the bottom part of this tie, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down like this, and then like this, and that shows where the tie is. And you can extend it down farther, you can put a V at the bottom, whatever, and you can put different designs on the tie. For instance, if you want to have fish on there, you can draw fish, polka dots. I'm going to draw stripes. So I'm going to start with stripes this way, like that. Then the other direction, just put your stripes like this. We've got his tie coming down here. You can make those alternating colors. Now the suit coat, the lapel, the edge of the suit coat that comes down here. Start above this line right here and draw kind of this wave. It kind of comes down like this. Curve from the other side, and come out, and then draw it down to here like this. And then we're going to draw a line that kind of comes off and then just comes down a little bit, and then it comes down. So we start at the top, kind of this wave that comes down like this, comes down, but halfway down you put a V in it. It's that kind of stylish thing that they put in the lapel. So it comes down here like this. Same thing on the other side. You kind of come down that little bit, stop, start your lapel down about the same spot where the V is, that on the other side. Now this guy, because suit coats have a little bit of padding, makes the shoulders look wider, you kind of come down here and then you bump up and draw the edge of the suit coat coming down like that. You can put a little line in there if you want to show where that bump has kind of got a crease in it. Same thing on the other side now. You're going to come down, bump up, and then kind of come down like this. Put a little bit of a line in there. And then the chicken's feet. Show where the arm connects to the shoulder. It comes up, put your line up, side, side. It shows that crease in there. Same thing on this side. Come up, side, side. You've got those creases coming in there. What I'd like to do is to show you a blow up of the tie. So let's just do this one here. It's going to be a tie. Let's start out with a neck. Got the neck here and here. And then we're going to do the shirt again. So what happens is the shirt, you come around from the back, curve to the front, stop down here, then come back up and curve around behind the neck again here. So you've got the idea that this is a buttoned collar here. The reason I'm doing it bigger is because this was so small, I want you to see on a bigger scale what's going on. Start behind again on top, come down with that check mark thing, stop, come up and connect into here. And that's going to be the collar on this side. Then start on the other side, same thing, come down, check mark, come up like this. And then we're going to do the W. I want to see if you can see this better now. What's going to happen is I come down with a straight line and then curve up and then go back up underneath the other collar like this. Then off this point at the bottom of this W, you come off here to here and again over here, come down like this. Now I'm going to make my lines on the upper part of the tie go this direction and the main part of the tie go down in this direction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start kind of putting lines like this. So it looks like there's stripes on that part of the tie. Now let's do stripes the other direction this way. So you come down like this and you just go all the way down your tie with those stripes. And then from there on out, you would just finish drawing the edge of the suit coat coming down, the lapel, and the edges of the suit coat with the arm lines coming up with the lines on top of what I call the chicken's feet. Tank top. So let's do a tank top. This is going to be for somebody playing a sport. We're going to start out with the head shape. Again, I'm not going to draw on the face because you know how to do that. This time I am going to put kind of an afro around this guy here so we can have another look. But I'm going to do that at the end. This guy's going to have a really thin neck too. Comes down like this, and then it bends to the side just a little bit like this. Then I put a bubble letter U right under that to show the collar of his tank top. Kind of comes down like this. Then I'm going to put just a little line here and a little line here. Then I do a bubble letter capital L like this, come up, and a backwards capital L kind of coming down like this. On the side of the tank top I come down, now watch this, I kind of bump to the side a little bit and then I bump again like this. And this is going to show some wrinkles. The other side is just straight down like this. Now to show those wrinkles, take a line and kind of come up like this. So you can kind of see that. The arms. The shoulder is going to be kind of bony, but it's going to have like a circle, then down to a line. So what's going to happen is you kind of come around like this, and then just show his arm coming down. You just kind of come down like this. And the same thing over here. You can kind of come around like this and then down like this. This guy's got these skinny arms. The number. You can write any number you want on the front. I'm going to write 1/2. So it comes like 1. Half. His hair. I'm going to make some curly wavy hair here, kind of coming down like this. And then his afro is going to stick way out here, so it's going to kind of come. And then over here, like this. And then let's just show some of the hair on the bottom, like we just put a few waves down here, a few waves here, and let's build a little bit more out here too. So it's kind of like another wave back there, and put some more in there. And then put a few on the outside just to kind of say, yeah, there's a lot of hair there. Let's put a few in the front, like this, and maybe a little bit there. So you can see this guy's got a lot of hair. Let's put a little bit more down even in here in the back. The next thing I'd like to show you how to draw is the hand, a fist that's closed. And when you draw a hand that's closed, we're going to have it coming around, and it's going to be bent unnaturally, but you'll get the idea of what's happening. We're going to do these 4 fingers and the thumb on the side, but there's different parts. There's this little V in here that happens when your finger comes into the knuckle area. It kind of has this fold. There's these wrinkles here. So we're going to go through these different steps, and I'm going to show you how to do this. First thing is, number 1, you draw what I call 4 tires. And you can write these down too, so you have these steps for yourself. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out with 4 tires stacked on top of each other at a slant. Let me use a pencil so I can darken in certain areas. So we're going to come around 1, and I'm just kind of leaving it out here so I can come back in and dark, or draw the V's. So it kind of looks like 4 tires at a slant, like this. The second thing, it's called the V's. Right where this finger comes into the knuckle, right below it's going to have this little V. So you can put that in here like this. So you've got that. The third thing, it's going to be the knuckles. And the way to do that is you come along the top of this part here, you kind of square off and then dip down, but don't touch those V's. Kind of come along like this. And you get this kind of knuckle on the top. The fourth thing is darken the hand. So you're going to come back down around here, darken the backside, and then you come in here and darken this in, come up, touch that V, darken it in here, come up and touch that V, come and darken it in here. You've got this. Next thing, the wrinkles. I put 2 wrinkles at the end of each finger here, like this, to show the finger bending. So that's number 5, is the wrinkles. Number 6 is the number 6, which is the thumb. So what you're going to do is you're going to kind of put this number 6 kind of coming down around like this, kind of coming up. And if you want to put a fingernail on, you can kind of come down like this and draw it around like this. Almost like a little triangle with a curved edge. But I'm going to show you how to do another thumb here in just a little bit. Next thing, the rest of the wrist will come, or the palm comes around like this. And the way that I have the wrist come off is you can either have the wrist come down here, or you can have the wrist come off here. Let's put the wrist off this way here. So we come off like this. So he's got this kind of coming like that. Let's do another one. This time I'm going to go a little faster, but you'll see what goes on with this hand. So the first thing I do is I draw my 4 tires, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to just outline this side. So I've already got lightly drawn out. Going on. So I've got my 4 tires coming here, and so step I think number 4 I'm doing right now, and I'm coming in and kind of getting that. Then here I'm going to do my V's, knuckles, now I'm going to do the wrinkles. And now this thumb, what's going to happen is it's almost like a number 6, but it's kind of warped, kind of a different shape. So it's going to come up and then down like this. But this time, if you want to get a little bit more advanced, draw it around like this, the way that a thumb really kind of slants in. Then your fingernail is going to kind of basically be the same thing, except that this time you're going to do it like that. Then your wrist comes down, or your palm comes down into your wrist. But I'm going to bring it down like this.